So here we are again today at the mall. It's November and it's time to pay some bills again. So I was just sort of thinking, you know, what we're going to talk about today. Again, sort of, this is going to get really confusing because I'm starting to do these live stream things a little bit differently just to a normal me, just talking in the room. If everything went all right for the last live stream, that'll have been last Thursday in my time frame. This video will probably come out on the following Tuesday. So I'm talking about something that may or may not have happened. Anyway, let's cue the intro and I'll talk about that soon. Sometimes she likes to look at the shops first, and other times she likes to go and pay the bills first. Jasper?
Jasper.
You like Jasper?
Yeah.
You not buy anything from Jasper? Well, you had somebody ask where you want to buy all your clothes from. I told him you like go to Platinum Fashion Mall.
Yeah, but sometimes I like brand name too, but I don't want to pay lost money for it because I want to change every day, but I want to, pay a lot.
She doesn't just change every day. Yeah. She probably changes her clothes 3 times a day. Right?
No.
Seriously, no.
Want to
we'll get ready to go out.
I want to new style every day, but I want to looking every day just for buy not too expensive. Okay, but
seriously,
when I buy feel like shop, I pay a lot.
Listen, you have no idea how this works. She'll say, let's go out to the shops. Okay, so it takes her an hour to get ready, right? So she'll come up and say, let's get ready. She's got some clothes on, right? Then so 10 minutes later, she'll pop back in the room and she'll say, maybe go 1 hour and make up. And she's dressed, got completely different clothes on.
Right? For girl.
So like, I'll just sort of continue playing on the computer.
Okay. When later I not make up for a long time, but I want to, when I wake up I can go everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
You need
and then
me,
of course by the time I'm ready, like it takes me 10 minutes, I'll go downstairs and she's got something else on, seriously.
Okay, I don't want to have a time for a long time.
Look darling, I love you, I love you.
No. When you go somewhere, I not make up, not correct date, I go. The sleeping dress go with you.
Oh, no, you want to go in the pajamas next time?
Yeah, I think
good idea. Anyway, you've got to love it, right? But yes, so somebody was asking where she likes to buy her clothes. Most of her clothes she actually buys from the markets, and you get some great bargains. Like you know, the average dress price is maybe 300 or 400 baht, which is probably about 8 to 10 US dollars, thereabouts. I'm not quite sure how the exchange rate works. But then of course, you know, like she likes to go to the mall. She says she likes some of the brand names. But you know, like as brand names, they tend to be, you know, a bit on the expensive side. You know, we're talking, you know, a dress of, you know, 2,000 to 3,000 baht. They're for special occasions. And of course, then going to places like Platinum Fashion Mall where you get some great bargains and some very, very unique styling. A lot of these sort of, you know, it's a doesn't matter, just cash. Yeah, so in answer to that one, I think I sort of left the person a link to the Platinum Fashion Mall video. She was quite sort of thankful for that. She'll go and check that out. But in sort of, you know, wrapping that part of it up, yeah, it varies. You just got to look around. Here we are at the mall, and you know, like it's, you know, it's every girl's dream. It's to see, you know, it's like denim. I haven't seen that style before. 590 baht, 490 baht, 390 baht. Clothing is something that is a very big thing in Thailand. But anyway, so enough of talking about Thailand. Yes, so I was getting back to the whole idea is, you know, I'm starting to look at doing this whole. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, so the truth's done. Up to 3 BB now to pay the internet bill. But yeah, so let's, whereas I keep on getting sidetracked, I think, I'm actually getting a bit of feedback. People actually just love the off-the-cuff stuff. I'm going to continue to do it that way. It's just my thoughts, as I sort of said in that recent video, the channel is about, my experiences, my everyday living. I'm really reluctant to do a sort of, a day in the life of style video, because in my mind it'd be rather boring. Like get up, have breakfast, sit on the computer for 4 hours, go and do something, go and have lunch, sit on the computer for another 2 hours. Get the idea. Sit down and go find some street food for dinner, sit down and play on the computer for a few hours. That's my lifestyle, Then of course, once or twice a week we might go to the mall, we might go to a temple, we might go somewhere else. I don't know, what do you guys do on a day-to-day basis? I don't like to sort of, rub, salt in the wound. Like you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you go to work, you come home and you say hi to the wife and sit in front of the TV. That's what most people do. I don't sit in front of the TV. But anyway, so getting back to the whole thing, yes, so we're going to try this whole live streaming thing, but I really don't want to do the talking head style, which is common within the Thailand vlogging scene and generally around the place. Look at what she found for me.
Warren, hey Warren, this is Warren, down.
You want to sit?
Down a little bit.
You want to sit?
Down.
You like panda? You like the panda?
Look like Warren here.
True love. Anyway, let me just close this bill here. Again, so after an interruption, where was I up to? So what we're trying to do is this, rather than do the talking head live stream, which everybody seems to do, like not just only the Thailand vloggers, pretty much it's a standard procedure because you sit in front of a webcam and do a live stream. I feel more comfortable about talking to somebody. So if everything went off last Thursday according to plan, that was the sort of style of live stream we want to do. It's me calling somebody up on Skype and the two of us having a chat while the audience joins in and asks us questions. Again, the whole FaceTime chat live stream, it always strikes me as a sort of a I know better sort of style of video, like everybody's asking me questions. Well, I'm just a guy living in Thailand and these are my experiences. I can't ever say my experiences are the right way to go or these are the right things to do in Thailand. This just happens to be, in my case, the things that I do, this is what I find works for me. Like today, things don't always work for me. One of the things that always still challenges me is, in Australia, when I want something done, it's done, that's it, it's done, if I have to go and take something to somewhere, go and do something, pay some money to somebody, the example case at hand, like I've got a bit of a problem with the car camera, whereas it's the rear vision mirror mount is not strong enough to hold it in one place. The car vibration makes the camera tilt down or the rear vision mirror tilt down now. So now I need to have that fixed. It's been playing up like that for a week now, and I've just said, look, I'm in Thailand, I can't work. I'm not actually even entitled to do handyman jobs, right? And so if I was to get into the car and start fiddling with that, somebody could sort of say, hey, he's taken a Thai job. And this is something you need to avoid here in Thailand, right? So all I can do is to say to Shania, look, we need to fix this, right? And then keep on saying, I need to fix this, I need to fix this. And then waiting, Thai time to have it done. This is one of the things that does challenge me because of the fact that I just like things done now. It's a safety thing. I can't drive the car properly if the freaking mirror keeps on turning. And it takes your focus off the driving, and then potentially, increases your risk of having an accident. Right, this is something that annoys me, but like I don't actually go into the whole annoying things. It just gives you an idea of some of the challenges you do living in Thailand versus maybe living in your own country, working in the importance level in Thai culture. As you know, with Thai driving, it's pretty much hit and miss all the time, and I'm pretty sure that could cause some problems. Maybe that's the reason why there is such a high predominance of road accidents, because people don't take, people in Thailand don't take the time and the care and the effort to make sure all the little things in your car work properly. I don't know how many times I drive down the street and I see push bikes at night with no lights. Right? Oh my God. And I'm talking about front or rear lights. They come at you and you've got 3 seconds to react because they're in the frickin' middle of the road. Push bikes are one thing. Well, they don't normally come fitted with lights. But motorcycles, part of the registration process should be working lights. I have no idea how many times you're just driving down the street and there's no lighting in the street, and the next thing you know, you're right behind some sort of motorcycle. The only thing that caught them was probably a bit of a shiny glimpse of the spokes of the wheels because all their lights are out. Cars are just as bad, people driving down the street, no lights. I don't know whether that's just part of the way the whole, car registration insurance things work. In Australia, we know any car that's over 3 years has to go through what they call a registration inspection, and they check everything. And in case you don't get the car registered unless, of course, an inspection is passed. And I'm talking about they check everything, rusting in areas. You know how it works. But from what I can tell here, that just doesn't simply happen here in Thailand. Okay, our motorcycles were brand new, so I would expect they stay brand new for a few years and you don't need to get them inspected. Because when we got our registration, she's doing it again, isn't she? Doing it, so the inspection whole process and I don't know how I'm supposed to keep a straight face on this stuff. But yeah, so I don't know how the registration process works. Again, I'm still learning things as I go along. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, this whole live stream thing is something we want to try out. We want to try it out as a sort of two people on a phone call using the software I'm using. See how it, let's go and check some TV stuff.
Hello.
And as I said, if it all worked, then that was the first example. If you want to give that a go and be an interviewee or an interviewer, I don't know how that part works. It's a bit strange to me. There's two people having a chat on a video phone, and we're going to have a whole bunch of people joining in at random times. I have no idea, how we're going to, get to a scheduling thing because I've got people that follow our channel from all around the world. So we're planning that one for 11 o'clock at night my time, and Tim's time was I think 10 o'clock in the morning from Canada time. So if that worked, it's when that one will be. But if you're in Australia, then it's probably going to be like my time 6 p.m. And your time 10 p.m. or something like that. If you're from Australia, from England, well, it gets all confusing, I tell you. So you won't be able to work to a scheduled stream, but I'm sure that people will join the stream and ask us questions. I'm sure people who, the trolls out there will join the stream and get rather antsy with their discussion process. Can't control that, that's just part of the way YouTube works. But we want to give it a try, so if you want to be a part of it, just hit me up down in the comments below and tell us what you think. If you thought that the live stream was good, you probably only sort of saw it as a recording, which is probably the previous video or 2 videos ago. That's all good, you probably commented on there. If you haven't commented on there, then you can comment on here, catch me on Facebook, catch me on Twitter, whatever you want to do. I'm sure we'll be able to work something out. But yeah, this is the thing, you know, I work better on like two people having a chat, because, you know, on these types of videos, this is a recorded video, I just get lost in what I'm trying to do, unless of course I got the sheet in front of me, you know, where I have to keep me on focus. This is what you need to do. You need to sort of get some sort of methodology that keeps the whole thing interesting for people, and that's it. Why are we doing it? Well, we're just trying to keep the channel fresh, keep information flowing, try to sort of, you know, again get back to the whole style of what we're doing here. We're living in Thailand, and, you know, we're not tourists. We're just living life on a day-to-day basis. Like, you know, if you're, you know, two foreign couples speaking the same language, you'd know what your girl was talking about. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's the way it works. You guys know what I'm talking about, but if you also speak Thai, what's she talking about? Anyway, I'm going to go turning this way. Yeah, so another thing, just in closing, I'm really going to need to sort of try to get these videos into the 10 to 15. Just want to look at it. Just want to try to get these videos into 10 to 15 minute range, you know, and try to keep the subjects that we talk about to, you know, a bit more on focus. There's no point in me sort of pointing out things around the shops. Again, it's, you know, like some of these sort of things that you never understand in Thailand, you know, do they actually allow you to sort of film in the shop? Whereas like under Thai, I suppose, present Thai culture, taking a selfie is okay, no matter where you are. Actually taking a video of things you're looking at, well, that's a bit of another area of contention, you know. Thais are a little bit proud of that sort of stuff. So that's why I tend to do a lot more FaceTime on this, simply because, you know, so it doesn't raise suspicions about what we're doing, and you get to see the things that we see as we pass them. Anyway, look, enough of me talking again for today. Other things that's coming up, like, again, I sort of tried to, you know, get that out there, is how many videos a week? Does the scheduling work? You know, I'm sort of now inclined to sort of say, let's always make a primary video release on Sunday. I suppose US time that'd be Saturday night or something like that. And then other videos throughout the week. You know, this whole thing, streaming live stream, is going to throw the whole timing schedule out. You know, when videos are released and when videos are put up from the pre-recorded to the live stream, it's going to do my head in. Anyway, look, something that we'll have to deal with as we go along, as we try to sort of create a sort of a bigger audience base and grow the channel. Anyway, guys, enough of me today and enough of her today. No, I know you want to see her more. There you go. Take it to the camera. Oh yes. Oh, scary. You're gonna love her. She's such a doll. Anyway, bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you guys.
See you guys. Stop and smile. Now kiss me.
No.
Peace out. See you again. Love you guys.